Guess who's back on Kumu? NFT48 is back. Tell a friend. Magandang gabi, Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao. And to our international viewers, whatever your time zone may be, we hope you're having a great day. My name is Daniel, and this is the night of Fan Talks on Kumu. It's been so many months since we had our previous live stream, and we are delighted to have all of you on board. And sa ating mga NF tropas at MN Loves na narito, kindly share this live stream to your fellow fans and pwede rin kayong maglapag ng mga virtual gifts. Ngayong gabi, makikinig po ulit tayo ng mga singles ng AKB48 Group for another edition of 48G Song Review. And with the upcoming general elections of BNK48 and CGM48 just around the corner, it's the perfect time for us to do one of our signature segments. After naming ilista ang lahat ng mga singles na napili ng mga members na kasali sa general election na yon, 67 singles to be exact, we narrowed the list down to only the top 8. Top 8 rather. Ito yung catch sa general election nila. Kung sino man ang mag-rank na number 1 sa grupo niya, mapupunta yung main single. So for example, kung yung nanalo sa general election na yon ay taga BNK48, then yung mapipiling kanta ay yung magiging 19th main single ng BNK48. Whereas, pag yung nanalo ay galing naman sa CGM48, then ito naman ang magiging 10th main single nila. And thus, the stakes are high, are really, or should I say, the stakes are really high on this one. Now, siguro ang tanong ng mga NF Tropas, ano naman ang connect nito sa MNL48? Well, we've been doing this segment for a few years now, and our aim here is to lend some song suggestions na pwedeng piliin ng MNL as the group's main single or coupling song. And with the new management coming in, we at NFT48 become even more optimistic in doing this segment. And in fact, Nanay Gio Medina, who will be one of the key persons of this new management, is asking for suggestions from fans. So, ayan, kung meron po kayong gustong sabihin sa kanya tungkol sa MNL, mapa-comment, suggestion, or in some cases, reklamo man yan, i-PM nyo lang siya sa kanyang TalkTick account. Okay, with that being said, since this is a night of fan talks, enough of that intro. Narito po ang ating mga kasama ngayong gabi. So, first of all, syempre, hindi magiging posible ang NFT48 kung wala itong original tribal chief namin. Let's welcome the one and only, ay by the way, o nga pala, meron pala siyang additional title. Wise man ng budding P-pop group na Defy. Please welcome Nate. Yeah.
Yeah.
You.
I love you.
I love you, Nate. I love you.
I love you.
Kuya Joe, ba't na naging black na yung shirt?
Teka, ano nangyari?
Napag-usapan ba natin mag-black tayo?
Baka lahat nga. Ay, tingnan natin kay Sir Hob. Hindi at... Ako naka-blue ako eh. Wala. Naka-blue ako. Baka yung isang
Anyway, Nate, would you like to say hi to our NF Tropas?
Uy, NF Tropas. Long time. Nako. I know it's been quite some time since nakapag-live tayo. And it's been such an opportunity then for me to come back to what I actually do, which is to talk to people, to talk to people. And syempre, kung ano man yung mga maririnig naming songs dito, we're hoping then na ito yung most of this, by the way, konting disclaimer lang mga NF Tropas, itong mga sasabihin namin, these are from what we hear sa song itself. And if this is something na pwede bang maging coupling song or a main single. Maging 9th, maging 10th, 11th, 12th. Now, we're currently on the road to nowhere, to be honest, sa MNL48. Pero I'm hoping na with these episodes, baka maging way ito for us para makakuha man lang sila ng ideas on on what songs should they release. However, let me tell you something. Yes, we're fans. And the thing about the industry is that yung mga tao sa industry, here's the reality. The industry does not listen to fans. But I know, alam ko to, with my new, sabihin natin, with my new responsibility that I have as a wise man, na kahit pa paano nagka-idea na rin ako on what is going on in the industry. Siguro naman baka kahit konting power man lang meron ako para at least marinig nyo yung side din. I'm both a fan and also from the perspective of a wise man. Ngayon, it's already a newfound responsibility, and this is a new opportunity din for me to speak out what is really in my mind. At syempre, ina-empower ko din ang ating mga NF tropas na they're more than just fans. Yun yung punto natin dito. We're more than just fans at this point. Now, this responsibility na meron kami, I hope this is something na makarating sa inyo, and as a new suggestion, the new suggestion from us to, I don't know, take action maybe. It's up to you if you will want to take action, kasi kahit naman magsabi kami ng kahit ano dito, sa inyo pa rin yung final decision. But here are everything here is our thoughts and sa konting experience na nakikita ko na sa industry. Ayon. At syempre, hindi pwedeng, alam niyo, sa totoo lang, mga NF tropas, kung walang, yes, I am they may consider myself as the original tribal chief. But then, we have here ang aking kambal. Kambal daw, sabi. Ayan. So, napagilituhan kami ng mga members. So, I don't know kung ganun pa rin yung mangyayari, lalo na with the fans themselves. I'd like you to introduce ang kanang kamay, or more like another one of our core members, Kuya Joe.
Oy, sabihin na yung pangalan niya.
Joe.
Because he's gonna appear.
Hello, good evening. I have to make it hello.
Appears, I believe.
Be right back daw ang
Be right back. Okay.
Ating world champion.
Since Be right back si ating TNA world champion na si Kuya Joe. Siyempre, susunod natin ang, well, yeah, you might consider me a wise man at this point, but it's more like, kung sino talaga yung masasabi nating the brainchild of everything 48G. So, mukhang magsasabi mo kung it's Kuya Joe's turn muna. Okay.
Okay. Ayun nga. So, yan. Connecting pa rin topic lang. But anyway, just a little word for everyone here that Joe, it's really my love for all seasons, and yeah, and right here again, one with NC48 and one with L48 on comeback on New Era, and a little something. Masasabi ko ito yung simple way of us on yung mga first na yung mga original members, especially the one to finish her idol journey, which is Shaggy, but she will continue her journey. Solo, but we will do this in honor of her and the rest of the sisters that finished their idol journey. But we are here to support the sisters who will assume their idol journey switching to the new man, especially the new era. And at gagawin natin ngayong gabi sa pag-review ng mga 40 seasons na very possible na maging future seasons. And and yeah, welcome Marlo, and let's enjoy the team, and let's enjoy 48 music together. Let's go.
So yun sa ating next NF tropa, the actual brainchild, sabihin natin kung usapang 40AG, I should say siya sa mga taong marami talagang alam in terms of J-pop and 48G in general. So let's welcome Black Robster. O yun,
Sir
nakakid,
Rob
nakakid.
from the other side of the world.
The other side of the world.
Hey, evening guys over there, morning over here. Okay, yeah, it's like almost 5:30 in the morning. So, welcome back to our Kumo live stream here, and yeah, we're back. And also, we're also glad that ML48 will be doing a comeback or a reboot in a sense, and it's also like a perfect timing that I might be going back to doing vlogs about ML48 soon, since I got a laptop now to finally do the stuff that I used to do. Yeah, but keep I'll let you guys know when my first video will fall. So basically, it's a comeback for the Lock Robster channel. Then, okay.
Yan.
Next one.
Neo Cena daw. Neo Cena daw eh.
Yeah. So, first and foremost, what? Why did you boom in? Did you anyway? But anyway, let's conspiracy muna. Naging dom, don't
Hindi ka
drink
siguro,
that.
P. Hindi ka bumili.
But anyway, pag-usapan natin yung about everything brought for TG. Of course, our very own ML48 got their yeet comeback. That's what I'm saying. Yeet comeback of this year. And hopefully na that everything will cooks up, even though of course we still have a lot of questions on what will be the next plan for MLL14 after the new under a new management. So far naman, I know other 48G group got progress. Tayo, papunta pa lang. But of course, with this, na pag-usapan natin talaga natin yung paano nila magagawa ng paraan to have all of the songs na meron tayo, na meron ng ibang bansa na pwede natin gawin. Like Color Convict or even other 48G songs na for sure naman mabibigyan talaga ng spark ulit ng MNL48. Not just for this year but for many years to come. So yun.
Neo, nagbigay ka na agad ng clue ah.
Uy. Muting.
Pero anyway, okay lang. And finally, we got ourselves MNL48 na nasa profile picture niya. Please welcome Ardol, folks.
Hello. Oh, hello.
Anyway,
Happy
New
New Year.
Ardolf,
Happy New Year.
anong i-expect mo sa natin sa live stream natin for tonight? Because
Okay,
this is
okay.
a 48G song review.
Okay. Babalik na ba yung regular weekly ng stream? Nakakamiss yun.
Di natin alam.
Magluluto kami.
Okay,
Let's see.
songs ba?
Yeah,
Ano yun?
48G.
Maghahanap na ba sila ng bagong
Yeah.
music prod? Sariling kanta na ba ang gagawin?
What's it?
Sariling
Wala
kanta na
pang
ba?
bagong kanta.
Well, wala pang niluluto so far. I don't think, ganito siya. I don't think this is a little bit of P-pop news or more like 48G news as of this moment. Parang lang tayo. Mag-suggest tayo or more like in a way to the show. Baka magkaroon sila ng idea. Ano na si Nanay Gio. Nanay Gio, I hope you watch this once this is sent sa inyo na kung ano yung mga sinabi namin about some songs na hindi pa nare-release ng MNL48, please consider. Yun lang. Ang sinasabi ko lang is please consider. Hindi ko sinasabing gawin nyo to. Hindi siya ganun. Hindi siya ganun lang. Hope you consider our footage and thank you so much for, parang siyang it's more like, thank you so much for having us an opportunity to have this bridge para sa fans and para din sa management and the girls themselves. So I hope you're watching and you hear whatever is in our mind. Kasi ang gusto lang naman namin isang makakabuti para sa ML48 at sa muling pag-usad ng ang muling pagbalik ng ML48 sa larangan ng P-Pop Rise at ng 48G Rise. Yun lang.
Ito na nga yung 2025 na ito na nga yung taon.
2025!
Yeah, kasi nasabi ko yata to nung nagkaroon tayo nung yung huling stream ng 2024. Siguro ito na nga yun, 2025. Kasi, sabi ko kasi nung last stream natin nung last year, kasi ang 2025 di pa natin nakikita sa yung bagay hindi natin nakikita, paniwalaan natin baka mangyari. So, I guess that's the manifesting. 2025, this is it. Yeah.
Yes,
The power
sir.
of
This is it
manifestation.
indeed.
This is the power of manifestation. Gaya ni Min, gaya ni Bini Joanna, malalakas mag-manifest.
Mga queen of manifestations yan. But
Manifestation.
all right, so let's get started, shall we?
Shall we? We shall.
By the way, yung ranking natin, we will start with number 8 until maka-reach tayo ng number 1. So, for number 8, ang English translation ng kantang to is Honorifics Fantasy, and it is the coupling song from AKB48's 24th main single, We Kara Mariko, and it was released on December 7, 2011, and yung number of BNK48 and CGM48 members na pinili itong kantang to was 5. So, nakakuha siya ng 5 votes. So, without further ado, this is Yobiste Fantasy from AKB48.
呼び捨てにしてほしいの付き合っているみたいにみんながいる前でなれしくね呼び捨てにしてほしいの思わず言っちゃった感じでお願い呼び捨てファンタジー
Alright, that was Yobiste Fantasy by AKB48. So, feel free kung sino yung gusto magsalita on what are your thoughts about Yobiste Fantasy.
I'll start. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
go Sir Rob.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, it's a very, very upbeat song. I like the lyrics. I like the sound of it. Yeah, so it's a very good song. And I'm not sure if I can find an English. Well, yeah, I haven't looked up the English translation to it, but I'm pretty sure it's, I like it. I really like the song. Okay, there you go.
Okay, Sir Rob, do you think papasa to as a main single or as a coupling song?
I would say yes. It could be a main single.
Okay, main single. So, thank you, Sir Rob. Nate, if you want to say something, then go ahead.
I was actually looking at the lyrics. Well, it does look like a story about para siyang love. Knowing Azushi Akimoto, love song definitely ang ginagawa talaga nila. Now, yeah, love song talaga siya as in. Upon looking at this, I think it's okay. This does remind me of a song like saying Honorific Fantasy to, di ba? So I think the story revolves around like a guy you like, and then this someone is alam mo yun, respectful siya sa'yo. Kasi knowing Japan, meron they have like honorifics that they use. Meron silang ginagamit mga honorifics. Now it does signify kung ano yung way of respect nila sa mga tao. Although the common one is the sun. May des and mas pa. So, with that being said, It's masyado kang formal sa akin. Pero masyado kitang gusto. Pero bakit ganyan ang galaw mo sa akin? Baka siyang ganon. You're too formal for me. Make a move. Something like that. Sabihin mo na right away. Now, para siyang nagpa-fantasize siya na jowa niya na tong taong to. Na yung lalaki is feeling niya hindi siya nakikinig or hindi niya alam yung nararamdaman ng girl. Although, yeah, maganda din to. Does remind that ang ano lang natin, the tune is kind of sampled sa First Rabbit. Kasi ganyan na ganyan yung ano nila. Ganyan na ganyan yung mga tono nila. Does remind me of First Rabbit, which is something na kung Emma na lang basihan natin, this is a coupling song for me. Yeah. Yun lang.
All right. Thank you, Nate, for your thoughts. Anybody from the rest of the folks?
Coupling song din sa akin.
Neo?
Coupling song.
Ayon, coupling song.
Dahil since I listened it truly, parang nakikita mo talaga na mas distinctive yung culture nila sa Japan. Of course, AKB is one of the mother group of 4TG. So parang napansin ko agad from that distinct moment when I listen to the song, you will feel na parang the positivity will always be there despite yung understanding the lyrics, medyo you have to be focused more on what's the meaning, not just the lyrics but also the focus on what's the meaning of it. So since this is the only first time that I have to observe even truly from the 4TG group. So I'm very interested with other songs from here to later on with the following song. So yun.
So the next song that we're going to play is the seventh song in the top 8 of BNK48 and CGM48 members, or more like their preferred songs rather. So etong single na ito, I'm sure sa mga nakaka-follow sa akin sa Toktik, you know this song. Kasi ginamit ko to sa isa sa mga reels ko doon. Ang English translation na ito is Love Checkmate. And itong single na ito, bagong-bago pa, as in bagong luto, freshly baked, because this is AKB48's 64th main single and was released on July 17, 2024. Or 2024, yan. Ayan. So, it was centered by none other than Sato Airi, si Ai-chan, which is isa sa mga nasa Oshi list ko sa AKB. And it got 5 votes. So, basically, 5 yung members na pinili ito. So, without further ado, let's play in the 64th main single of AKB48, Koi Chunzata. Alright, that was Koi Chunjata by AKB48. Guys, thoughts?
100% pang single siya. Pang main single.
Main single.
It's perfect for main single. Since this is the second song na medyo naano ko yung AKB, I will say later ano yung first song ng AKB yung medyo sa akin. Naging interest palalo ako sa AKB. And this is the second song. And since napansin ko din na yung ibang MNL48 members, nag-cover na din tong song na ito of this single. So, it was a perfect fit throughout. And of course, the lyric itself medyo maganda din for a perfect main single for MNL48 to do what, syempre, dahil in-embrace pa natin to. So, and at some point, parang, yes, it can be a perfect single for MNL48. I know kung kailan natin pwedeng mapakinggan yun by MNL48 themselves sooner, but for this in the future, I think this is one of the great single for MNL48. So yun.
now that you said that, parang naalala ko, parang dinance cover to ni Claril, right?
I think it was Carol, I think. Kasi, ay, teka,
Oh, parang naalala ko, kinover yan ni Claril.
Oo, si Clary yata na-cover na rin.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so habang hinintay natin yung next comment from our guys, so here's what Kuya Joe said. So upbeat and has a potential to connect to the audience, feels relatable. Okay, so Nate said this is not a love song. So
From
parang,
what I'm
parang
hearing
breakup
right
song ata
away,
yun, or maybe something.
well, this could be a first song na this is probably the first song na narinig ko na hindi siya talaga love song at all. It's like, parang siyang parang siyang breakup song nga siya eh. Although it does remind me of Happy Breakup, pero angry breakup, it does remind me of the song Happy Breakup by Donalyn Bartolome in terms of theme. Kasi yung theme nun is, well, happy ka na, break na tayo. Parang siyang ganun. Parang siyang ganun. But this one has an angrier tone. This has an angrier tone given na ano talaga siya, ayaw na kitang makita. Parang ganun yung vibe. Nakakita lang ako ng kamukha mo, parang ayoko siyang makita kasi nakikita kita. Parang ganun. It looks like that. Although nagmumukha siyang cutesy vibe. Pero galit talaga sila. Parang it's like a way of, I don't care by 21. Yun yung naalala kong tune nun. Oo, angry, galit. So if ever man, this is a song na I hope maging main single. Yan.
Yon, main single. Definitely right. Ayan, sabi ni Sir Rob, they always say she's cute when she's angry. Sige, sige, let's have probably Sir Rob to explain his side about the Koichon Zata.
Yeah, so yeah, it's a very from the way you listen to it, I like the sound, I like the beat, I like the way it flows. So yeah, I kind of like it. And from what I remember, I think this is one of AKB48's signature songs. Sometimes they play it in the background in some of their TV shows like that, or a certain segment. Yeah, so it's a very popular song. And yeah, and I guess anyone who has a girlfriend, sometimes they say, "Oy, ang cute mo pag galit ka." Yung ganon, yung parang bigla. So yeah, so I really like this song. So yeah, so the A side for me.
Oh yeah, definitely yes.
Gaya nga
Deserves an
sabi,
A
it's cute.
side.
It's a cute song.
Siguro, yes sir, yes sir Rob.
Yeah, so it's gaya nga sabi ni Nate, it is a cute song. Mhm.
Ayun,
yeah.
so okay, some of us say it's a cute song, some of us say it's a breakup song. Nako, antayin niyo lang yung yung mga susunod na kanta dito. Meron pang mas matindi mga breakup songs dito sa ating song lineup for tonight. But anyway, so much for that. Let's go to number 6. So ang English translation nito is The Ex-Boyfriend. And this is the 59th main single of AKB48 that was released on May 18, 2022. Guess what kung sino nag-center nito? Guys, you may wanna
Hula.
answer this question. Sino ang center nito?
Ayun. Boyfriend.
Sir Rob.
Hula ko, maybe si Paruru, maybe.
2022 to, May 18, 2022. Okay, sige, i-reveal ko na kung sino to.
I wasn't looking. Baka
This
si
song was centered
Okada.
by none other than current Say My Name member Honda Hitomi.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so para sa mga hindi pa nakakaalam, si Honda Hitomi or si Hee-chan is already a part of a K-pop group named Say My Name. So, yun. Yun yung latest sa kanya. Anyway, this song got 6 votes from BNK48 and CGM48 members. So, ayan, with that being said, let's play out Moto Kare Des by AKB48.
だからなんだって話じゃなくてそんなこともあるよなってことで意外に忘れてないもんだねわだかまりだからこうだって言いたいけれど何を今更語ったとこで二人の家庭
right, that was Boto Kare Des by AKB48. Nate, I know you have I know yung comments mo dun sa song number 7. You may wanna copy paste that regarding this song
Really
number
interconnected
6.
siya. It's really interconnected, pero yung tanong, pwede ba siyang maging, ang hirap kasi, it can be also a main single. Kaso lang, ang ganda kasi nung isa, to the point na, baka naman may way para masama sila sa isang album. I mean, if you know what I mean, di ba? So, dalawang ano yan. So, it's a possibility na yung, what's the name? Cohesion data. Tama ba? Cohesion, my internet is not good.
Koichun Jata
So,
by
yun.
AKB48. Yes.
Cohesion Jata and Moto Paredes. Okay. Definitely, kung sinabi ko main single kanina yung Cohesion Jata, baka naman pwede maging coupling song ng Cohesion Jata, itong Moto Paredes. Kasi pare silang theme. If this is a theme for, if ML48 aims to have a theme na pang relapse, pero hindi kasi pang relapse yung tune eh. The problem is, gusto natin mag-relapse, mahilig ang mga Pilipino sa pag-relapse, pero hindi pang relapse yung tune. Ganun siya. Hindi siya pang ano. So, kung gusto nila magkaroon ng parang breakup playlist na for ML48, this might be the song. Oo. Yun yung sa akin.
Okay, tama ka nga talaga. Kasi meron ako nahanap na na translated to English. Lyrics translated to English yung I don't know if this is chorus or something. This is what it says. It doesn't matter who the hell he is. If you're happy enough with someone else beside me, keep on going without minding me. Tell me how you feel now. I am the best ex-boyfriend ever. Sakit, di ba? Breakup playlist nga talaga to. Hindi. Anyway, how about the others? What are your thoughts about Moto Kare Des?
Yeah, I'm going to have to echo the same sentiments of Nate. Yeah, magandang i-pair itong kantang to with the other one, with the other song, which is Moto Kare Des? Yeah. Yeah.
Moto Kare Des tsaka Koichun Jata.
Poison Jata. Magandang i-pair yan. Yun nga. Tapos maganda nga kung buong album parang gano'n. Puro gano'n yung breakup.
Buong album na puro breakup songs ng MNL.
Songs. Yeah, maganda. And kung ilalagay nga to, kung gagawin nga ng ML48, it's a very mature, I would say, single or album in a way for this. So yeah, the song Mote Cardes, I would say it would be a B-side, much like Nate says. Okay, yeah. So I agree with the B-side.
B-side. How about Kuya Joe? What are your thoughts? Or maybe Neo? Sige, habang kinoconstruct nila yung... sige, Neo, go for it.
Actually, coping song siya agad sa akin. Coping agad. Dahil medyo okay naman sa akin yung pinaka-theme. I think people, it's a common theme. Medyo, I think this was okay song naman. Okay naman yung buong lyrics. I don't know kung the translation lang medyo nagka-loan ng konting confusion. Pero for me, nakikita ko sa Reddit kasi, sorry, I based on Reddit kasi, people Reddit base, medyo na-dislike daw sila sa song. I don't know why. Dahil lang ba sa NB na pinadun nila kaya medyo parang may kulang pa to. Pero for me, I think it's okay. For coping song nga lang, pero I think naman na may naman to. May improve naman din tong kung sa ML gawin yun. I think so. So yun.
Thank you very much, Neo. So, actually, I have already watched the music video of this one from probably a few years ago. And ang masasabi ko lang is puro dance talaga siya. Parang masasabi mo ba kung totoong music video ba ito or just only a performance video? So, I think that's what the Reddit community says about this song. Ito, another translation of the the lyrics. So, sabi daw dito, everyone makes mistakes. I didn't know it then. Why don't we redo again? Let's go back if we can. Don't you think getting back together is good? Shall we decide where to land for love after hitting each other? Naku po. medyo ano to. You will be revolted if I started to say that. Whether I say it or not, I already heard your answer. You're mine, but for now, passing you by casually, I am just talking to myself. Wow. May magsasama ka daw sa MV. Aanin pa yung yung 365 diyan. Tatalunin pa yung 365. Remember yung scene ni Colleen. Anyway, ito sabi ni Kuya Joe dito, message is promising but I hope mai-translate siya ng maayos. So, coping song din siya for me. So, ayun. So, since kakarating lang ni Ardolph, yung kaka-review lang namin na single is Mota Carides. And siguro, since we have a P-pop fan here, I'm sure na ang tunog na ito will gonna suit K-pop and P-pop really well because of its beat, kung tutusin. Ayun. So, let's go to number 5. So, etong next single na papakinggan natin, ito talagang pinakamatindi sa lahat. Kung usapang break up, ito na talaga yon. Ito yung sinasabi ko kanina pa na meron pang mas matindi pa kaysa doon sa mga previous singles about breakup. So, basically, this is the main single from NMB48's 4th album. So basically, hindi lamang po ito extended break, kundi included siya sa album. And ang album title is NMB13. So this was released on March 8, 2023. And it was centered by Yamamoto Mikana. And it got 6 votes. To be honest with you, up until na-reveal ng mga members yung title ng song na ito, I have no idea. I totally have no idea about this song. But, you know what? Thanks to those BNK48 and CGM48 members na pinili nito, finally, we got an idea of what this song is all about. So, with that being said, let's go to song number 5. Ang title niya ay, well, one word, Done. As in, literally, yun ang title ng song, Done. Alright, let's play it. What are your thoughts about Done by NMB48?
Ito na yung... sino muna? Okay, Nikaroshi, go.
Sige. For me, sa unang introduction pa lang, literally nawala yung cutesy part doon. Literally, you will feel that you being kicked butts from that song. Literal pa lang. Parang pili mo talaga, this will be using by a wrestling team. Even myself. Kung ako naging wrestler, pwede ito gamitin as a wrestling team. Considerably because it has the whole parang like a dark feel na medyo heel-ish na siya. Masasabi ko, medyo heel-ish siya. Perfect fit for a heel wrestler for that song. Even though siya, medyo J-pop pa rin yung tema. But for me, in the whole, it's a great song. It's a great song pa rin eh. Kahit you will feel the lyrics na medyo talaga, matetest mo talaga yung kaisipan mo na na you feel that you're in the dark world eh. Yung medyo matetest mo talaga yung inner self mo eh. So with that, pwede siya for a single song. Even though hindi ko alam kung ano mangyayari kapag ML48 yung magagamit na ito eh. Baka mabugbog ka na lang literal eh. Makita mo yung Oshim, ay, nabubugbog na. Handshake mo pa lang na na yung kamay. Sakit! Hinandshake lang ako, tapos biglang ginuno yung kamay ko. Ang sakit. Anyway, it's a perfect song for a single din. So, yun.
Ako, ito agad yung naalala ko.
Sabi ko nga sa comment section, Def Rebel Yarn.
This,
Anyway.
ako, ito yung akin. I'll play a theme song na, well, despite nilagay ko dyan initially EO Sky. Pero, the thing with EO Sky's theme is medyo, ano siya, medyo dark. Pero ito yung medyo nagmamatch dun sa energy niya. Well, baka siyang ganito.
Oh, mukhang match na match talaga. Oh. Yan.
Well, this is from Stardom's Finest and the current NXT Women's Champion.
Oh, Julia.
And she's also of Japanese descent, Julia, not
Yeah.
Barreto.
WWE. Ay, hindi. Women's.
Current
Champion,
NXT
the women's champion of
Ay,
NXT.
champion, Julia.
One of
Yeah,
the free
she's-
agents.
She's of Japanese descent as well, kaya talaga nagbagay din sa kanya. Japanese-Italian, so para na ma-idea kayo. Ayun, so definitely bagay sa kanya yung, so sa character na kagaya niya, yung team. Yung ano, yung visuals, sexy siya, pero at the same time, angas. Ganon. Ganong klaseng character. Pero kasi yung team kasi pang ano eh, pwede naman nata magkaroon ng pangatlong kanta, no? So parang ang lalabas dyan, Koizun Jata, pero ito yung magiging second single. Ito yon yung Done. Tapos pangatlo yung Motokari Des. Coupling song din siya. Pero magkaka-connect. Ganun siya. For me. Kasi ganun din yung tema eh. So kung magkakaroon ulit ng album ng
So,
MNL48,
basically, parang ang...
Oo. Gumawa na ako ng playlist para sa inyo. Ito na yung magiging album ninyo. Unahin nyo, Koizun Jata. That's your main single. Second one is definitely yung Done. And then third one is yung Motokari Des. Ganun na yung pagkaka-order na. Ganun na kaagad.
So, ayun, I found the English translation of these lyrics for the benefit of Kuya Joe kasi sabi niya dito, feel ko yung angas sa song even if hindi ko pa gets yung message niya. Well, ito yung sagot ko dyan. Ito yung English translation niya. Done, done, this love is done, done, is over, everything is already the past. I can follow something in words. Like, if we think about the breakup songs of 48G, then this is probably the ultimate one. And ano ba dito? Remaining pain, what is invisible to regret, even if everything disappears, just wipe the overflowing tears. I can forget anything, just spread the stains and dirty sadness that does not become zero. Red blood oozes. Wow, medyo ano na tayo. medyo brutal na to. But anyway, how about the others? Do you have any thoughts about Done by NMB48?
So Done, especially the tune and the feel of it, it reminds me of another NMB48 song I recall, which is Don't Look Back. Kind of like that. It's almost like they're conveying that even though they're cute or they're lovely, they can be tough as well. So it can get those same themes. And NMB48 really has a very large category of songs. It can be cute, can be lovely, can be melodramatic, can be tough, like that. So and I agree with Nate that this should also be a coupling song, so B-side or Done.
All right, thank you very much, Sir Rob. Okay, so etong next song natin is a departure from the previous three songs because ito, I mean, kasi yung three songs natin previously were all masasabi natin mga breakup songs, but the next one is very lively, very cutesy, sabi nga. So, ang English translation nito is Everyday Headband. And this is the 21st main single and it was released on May 25, 2011. And it was centered by, of course, AKB48 Ace Maida Atsuko. And guess what? It got 7 votes from BNK48 and CGM48 members. I know I probably know na alam to ni Sir Rob. I know na mukhang alam to ni Kuya Joe. Sa English translation pala ng title, sinabi ko everyday. Uh, Sir Rob, do you have any guesses on what's our next song?
You mean Everyday Katyusha? Yeah.
Yes,
Everyday
sir.
Katyusha.
This
Yes,
is
I know
it.
that very
Indeed,
well.
it is Everyday Katyusha by AKB48. So,
カチューシャ外しながら長い髪をほどくようにいつの間にか大人になって僕の手には届かないくらいもっと好きになるよ Every day Katyusha girl
okay, the first thing that came to my mind upon listening to this song was summer. So, like literally, it has a summer vibes. No, not ML48 summertime. Okay, because if you would take a look at the lyrics, like talagang ano bagay siya for summer. So, with that being said, let's have Sir Rob first. What are his thoughts regarding Everyday Katyusha?
Oh yeah. So this song, AKB, definitely a classic, definitely iconic. Uh, One of their most popular songs, of course. Yeah, and as you said, Edge, yes, definitely a summer song because you need to tie up your hair when you want to go swimming and anything like anything like that. Yeah. So for this song, I've kind of like in the middle on this one, either A or a B side, and it's a cutesy song. And I know ML is trying to move out of the cutesy genre of their music. So yeah, maybe there could be a better summer song they could do on the A side, and this could be the B side song uh, for them if they're planning to do it. Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of like what I'm feeling right now regarding this song, even though it's a classic. But then again, MNL48 has always uh, made A side songs from AKB48 to B side, and that doesn't really wane its popularity. And just to add, regarding girls in ponytails, just a personal preference, I prefer them that they're hanging loose rather than tied with a ponytail. That's it.
Anyway, thank you very much, Sir Rob. Ayun, sabi dito ni Nate, reminds me of Igay ni Mango. And from Kuya Joe, sabi niya, summer vibes, genuinely. Nate, would you like to explain your thoughts kung bakit mo nasabing para siyang Igay ni Mango?
Kung ano lang, kung hindi pa na-release yung Igay ni Mango, this was way too late. Sabihin na natin, this was a song that we have discovered way too late kasi may Igay ni Mango na. Now, sinabi ninyo is matching little something. Kasi pati yung theme reminds me of Igay ni Mango as well. Kasi parang ganun na, I think ganun din yung ano nila. In terms of the theme of the song, yes, may pagka-summer. Nakita ko actually yung parang konting concept photos, I guess. Yeah, some of the concept photos para doon. It does remind me of a little bit ng Igay ni Mango. Pero para kasi sa akin, it's way too late. Sayang kung pwede lang magkaroon ng summer album. Igay ni Mango, ano to, release? Way too late na tayo para dyan eh. So this could be like a summer release. Parang summer special ba? Exclusively for MNL. Na we're manifesting it. If you do this, baka may pantapat na ang pantropiko. Summertime is out of the question dyan. Pero I'm hoping this is pangtapat sa pantropiko. Kasi magkaparehas sila ng theme. Yun lang. That's it for me.
Actually, yung talaga inisip ko agad, yung song, it could be equal to Kapantropico of Bini. Dahil sa MV pa lang, syempre, 100% summer. it's a summer and fun song to be considered. Dahil dun pa lang sa beat, sa tune, talagang positive vibes, summertime vibes, not the summertime na meron tayo ngayon. Dahil iba yung summertime ng MNL. We all know na hindi siya yung literal na, sorry literal na hindi siya pang summertime. Kasi pag napakinggan mo higit yung ML48 na summertime, walang summer dun. But yet, of course, yung summertime ng MNL, pag napakinggan mo, bagay na bagay siya sa gabi. Dahil alam mo yung parang nandun ka sa isang city, it can be BGC, no? Di ba? Pag napansin mo sa teaser, actually, isang taon na yung teaser na yun, pambihira naman to, mag-isang taon na yung teaser ng summertime, doon pa lang sa concept pa lang sana ng MV, gabi. So it can be like a BGC type na environment. Doon mo pa lang makikita na it's a perfect fit for summertime. Pwede mo pang night drive, sabi niyo nga, tama sa video. Pang night drive talaga siya for that. Actually, kahit ilang beses ko napakinggan yung summertime throughout kahit may biyahe, kahit sa gabi, feel ko talaga nandun yung summertime vibes talaga sa gabi. Yun lang. Pero doon pa lang sa single ng EKB, talagang pwede siya pang tapat ng Pantropiko kung magagawa ng ML48 yan. I hope that this will happen. I think lot of us this will happen later talaga. Parang gano'n. So yun.
I agree with the most of us here na ang Everyday Katusha does indeed have summertime vibes. Of course, we're talking about real summertime, not the ML48's version of summertime. Anyway, so much for that one. By the way, yung napakinggan po natin was actually the fourth song. So, we're already halfway in our list. So, let's go to number 3. So, ang English translation nito is, although unofficial siya, is I Like You No Matter What. And this is the 61st main single of AKB48 and was released on April 26, 2023. Once again, si Honda Hitomi po ang center ng song na ito. So, it got 7 votes from BNK48 and CGM48 members. So, the title of this song is Doste mo Kimi ga Sukida. So, teka, asan na yun? Ayan, so let's play it out. Let's play it out.
ことしかできないのか踏切本当の君に向かって大声でずっと言いたかった僕の想いを通り過ぎる電車にかき消されたって君に届くと信じているどうしても君が好きだ
What are your thoughts about Doste mo Kimi ga Sukida?
Parang siyang Yoshiniku ng konti kasi may voice over eh. Yung- Pero may
Yoroshiku, 1, 2, 3, 4 Yoroshiku?
yes, parang ganun. Pero lively pa rin siya. Yet, it's a coupling siya. Or B-side. For me. Medyo
Coupling
B-side.
song.
Coupling or a B-side na single for MLM kapag ginawa niya. Then, okay naman siya. It's a lively song. But,
Ayun, buti,
na ano pa rin. Konting, lagyan pa ng konting.
ayun, buti na lang hindi frozen si Nate kasi parang medyo naglag yung ano niya kanina. So, sabi ni Kuya Joe, B-side din daw. Ayun. So, Nate.
B-side. Kasi kung PKM din lang naman ang best reminder natin pang ano to, pang B-side. Coupling song for me. Yun yung akin.
How about Sir Rob?
This one, actually, this song it's almost like a signature song now for Hichan, and it almost like opened the era on which Hichan became like the top center of AKB48 during that time. Yeah, and I actually watched this MV before, yeah, way before, and I liked it because it focused on the individual members of the Senbatsu, and yeah, and I like the way it was shot. Yeah, push push pull the camera like that, that kind of method. And let's see here. I would like this song to be. Um, it actually gives me vibes of almost like 365. Yeah. If you put it that in that context, yeah, I would like this to be an A side. To tell you the truth, yeah. And I like the theme of the song. It's about giving out is shouting out your confession, even though the train is passing by. Hopefully, he can hear her like that. Yeah, from the English translation that I got from it. Yeah, I like the song. I like the way um, I like the way it flows. So yeah, so A side for me.
All right, thank you very much, Sir Rob. So, ang sabi daw dito ni Kuya Joe, it reminds me of PKM or palusot ko yung maybe. Ayun, in in its original title, Iwake Maybe. And oo nga pala, now I just thought it right now pala na this was actually covered by Claril yet again. Oh, oh my goodness, naka-strike 2 na si Claril dito. I mean, that goes to show that
Napaka-creepy
Claril
mo
is
talaga, Kla.
definitely an ace of the third generation.
Yes. Yeet. Wala si John Paulo, sayang.
Yeah, yeah, wala si Pau sayang eh. Pero don't worry, mapapanood niyo to sa sa replay.
Full or short?
Anyway, okay, so now that we're done with song number 3, ay my goodness, nasa na tayo. Last 2 songs na tayo sa ating song lineup. And I'll preface this by saying na itong final 2 songs na to ay na-cover na ng MNL48 because of Kizuna Project. Now, you have any guesses kung ano tong mga song na to?
This was my very first song that I've been listening in AKB48, of course.
Sir Rob, ano yung tanong niyo sa full or short?
Baka yung kay Claril. Yung kay Claril yata.
Clarel, did she do
Bigla,
a cover,
kung full or short yung
cover
cover
or a
niya
short
na
cover only?
Short dance cover lang po yan sa Toktik.
sa topic
dance
niya yun.
cover
Sa
lang.
topic.
Okay, yeah. I just want to be clear because I didn't see that kung
Yes.
kumanta nga siya.
This,
All right.
Ewan ko lang kung nandun pa sa niya sa profile niya yon, but hopefully nandun pa. Pero
I'll
ayun,
check it
she
later
basically did a dance cover of
Yeah.
Dostemo Kimigasuki by AKB48. So,
I
pati rin
will
yung Koitsu Jatan, ano din siya ng dance cover nun. So anyway, mabalik tayo sa ating final 2 songs na, ayun nga, as I said earlier, na-cover na ng MNL48 under the Kizuna Project rather. So, this is AKB48's 63rd main single, released on March 13, 2024, and it got 7 votes from BNK48 and CGM48 members. And this was considered as the graduation single of AKB48 Ace Kashiwagi Yuki. Si Tita Yuki rin, ito yung kanyang graduation single. And when it comes to Kizuna Project, it was covered by Neo's fellow Bulakenya, MNL48 line.
Yeet. Yeet.
So with that being said, I think alam nyo na yung title ng kantang to. Here it is. So we have the number 2 song in our list, Color Con Wink by AKB48. All right, let's play it.
からこのウィンクそっとあなたに特別なこの眼差し好きですよ言ってなくて一瞬で伝えたい右目から I love you
That was Color Con Wink by AKB48. So, your thoughts?
Ako. I think
Sige, since kapabulakid niya si Line, unahin natin si Neo.
Oh yes, since I miss Line so much. But anyway, I think this is a perfect song for one MNL48 member who just recently graduated, but he's considered one of the faces of the group. And I know kung sino yun. Right? A one
Sino? Si Sheki.
Yeet! That's correct. Pwede yun, pwede, actually. It can be a perfect special
Yeah, how
song
we
for
wish.
Sheki. Since Grudge song nga, and of course, Sheki has a lot of contributions throughout her 6 years sa MNL48, and this will be a proper single for her. Fit for our little Miss Bonita. No matter what happens, I think for us, for for us, of course, for NFT Tropas or for ML Loves, who know Sheki for a long time, since 2018 until now, even though she has officially graduated from the group, this will be a perfect fit for a graduation concert with this song, Color Conwing, for Sheki. And I know this will be an emotional yet a happy, perfect ending for the story of Shekinah Arzaga in ML48. So yun.
Alright, thank you very much, Neo. So, ayun, sabi dito ni Kuya Joe, it really fits to be a grad song, sobra. Baka naman. Tapos sabi ni Sir Rob, it's a graduation song. And then sabi ulit ni Kuya Joe, we hope, fingers crossed na ito yung maging graduation song or probably makonsider as a graduation song for ML48 Sheki. And Nate, your thoughts about Color Conwink?
A-side. A-side. Main single. Main single talaga. I mean,
Yeah.
sinabi naman na lahat.
Not
I think
only
sinabi
because
naman lahat. I think
Ayun,
sinabi
not
niya
only
naman na lahat.
because dahil naging isa sa mga followers ng page natin si now MNL48 line.
But also, ano din natin yan, kasamahan din natin yan sa cosplay ko. Which means, oh nga, no? Anyways, so much for that. Ano siya talaga, as in, definitely pang A-side. And, ano ba? Color con to, nasa pang colorful. So I'm looking forward
Parang
for
ano
some.
siya, ang ibig sabihin kasi ng color con is colored contacts. Colored
I
contact
wonder kung
lenses.
magiging
Contact
colorful
lenses
yung
rather.
MV, yung concept. Oo. O ano, I wonder kung magiging colorful tong context na to. Either magiging color ba yung glitters o yung contact lens nila or yung mga damit nila is magiging colorful ba? Para siyang ganun eh. The concept itself, it makes it a lot.
Oo nga, no? Pwede din siya
It makes
for
it
all.
something.
Kung ginawa ng ML48 yung buo, yung Color Conwing as a whole, as in, isama na yung natirang first, natirang second, third, and then fourth, it will be a perfect single for the whole. Sana, since colorful na nga sinabi add-on na din yun for Sheki. And of course, for Sheki, dahil siya yung pinakabida. Wow, mukhang nag-isip agad ng MV concept Ang bilis Pero pwede nga yun. Same din yung ginawa kay
If I
Yuki. Yung ginawa ni Yuki. Why not?
ayun, so if I can remember, colorful din yung yung music video nito, although syempre yung binigyan kasi ng prominence dito is pink because para siyang binigyan ng floral theme kay of course since graduation song to ni Yuki rin, like ibigay nyo na lahat. Ibato nyo na lahat ng mga best ninyo because you got an AKB48 ace finally reaching her dreams, and it's a perfect time for her to bid farewell from the group, kumbaga. Sir Rob, do you have any thoughts about Color Conwink? Of course,
yeah,
other
since
than this
may...
was covered in
Oh,
Kizuna
yeah.
Project by ML48 line.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Just to begin with, yeah, I wish Kizuna Project was handled much better. Yeah, but the problem with that was we had to wait for the guy translating a song. But anyway, that's over with now. Okay, so regarding Color Conwing, since we already have a Tagalog translation for it, so why not put it in as a coupling song for the single, the future single, the upcoming future single that for the reboot of MNL48. Yeah. So yeah, and just to add a little bit of uh, thing here or fact here, I know color contacts. I know it's been around for a long time, but I know the Japanese were the one to start that kind of trend, much like designs for phone cards back then. They started that trend, and yeah, so it kind of reminds me also of one MNL48 member who liked to wear contacts, or at least a design color design of contacts, in which she used for the MV of No Way Man. Know what I'm talking about?
Isabel. Isabel.
Si JB ba?
Actually Jan.
Oh, nga no.
Ah.
Yeah,
Actually,
she
but
wore like
also-
wolf like eyes. That's why. So it's very. I'm reminded of that from this song. So yeah. So
Ayaw nga
yeah, if
pala,
you notice it-
ano nga yung ano
yeah,
pala
Jan
ni
has
Jan,
wolf
yeah.
eyes. If you notice.
Yes,
So yeah. So to reiterate, yeah, B-side for this song.
Ayun. So, ayun, just to be clear, hati po ang opinion ng ating mga NF Tropas. Merong iba nasasabi na na pwede itong maging A-side, pwede itong maging C-side, or should I say B-side rather C-side? Naging face-o ba ako? Anyway, if I can remember, may mga ilang graduation singles na coupling songs, no? Correct me if I'm wrong with that, Sir Rob.
Alan, I forgot. I didn't hear it. Pakiulit nga.
I asked the question na may mga ilang graduation songs na coupling songs, not main
Oh, yeah.
singles, right?
Oh yes, most definitely. Yeah. Most definitely.
Yeah, if I can remember din yung graduation song for Satchan, si BNK48 Satchan, by the way, it was a coupling song. Yeah, now that I remember it.
Yeah. And I recall one, I
And
forgot
now-
the name of that AKB48 member. She used actually a coupling song from Nogizaka 46 for her graduation song.
Ooh, that would be
I have to research on that too.
that would be
which member that is.
a good suggestion, or that would be another content for another song review. So, abangan niyo nila mga NF Tropas. Anyway, let's go to number 1. Okay, eto na talaga. The number 1 song chosen by BNK48 and CGM48 members with 8 votes. So this is AKB48's 62nd main single, released on September 27, 2023. And this was centered by Oguri Yui. So si Yui Yui ang center neto. And ang nag-cover neto on behalf of Kizuna Project is none other than the overall captain herself, MNL48 Gem, versus Idol Nanka Janakatara. Tama ba? Idol Nanka Janakatara. Ayun, sorry. Medyo tongue twister yung yung title nito in Japanese. So yeah, let's play the song in 3, 2, 1.
アイドルなんかじゃなければ好きだと伝えられるのに初めての切なさどうやって隠せばいいもう全てを捨てたっていいとあと少し勇気があればステージ飛び降りて普通の子になれた
Okay, that was Idol Nankaja Nakatara by AKB48. And yung English translation nito approximately is If I Wasn't an Idol. So just to give you all a short story, I think almost every one of us have already heard the cover by ML48 Gem, no? So Ayan, so
Okay.
since Top Oshi mo yung nag-cover nito sa Kizuna Project, Nate,
Kami
ikaw
ang-
mauna.
Well, let me tell you something. Okay, ganito kasi yan. Hirap kasi siya ma-incorporate kahit papaano sa 48G kasi sila yung may ganong klaseng rule. Pero here's the thing. May mga nakakalusot. Okay, let me try to expose a little something. Sabihin na lang natin, 50% ng mga nalalaman nating mga kontrobersiya tungkol sa personal lives ng mga taong to ay 50% true. Yes, I'm gonna tell something about that. Pero to make it simple, yung song, ang risky nito i-release. Ang hirap nito i-release sa totoo lang. This is one of the riskiest this is probably one of the riskiest decision that the management has to do kung gagawin ba nila itong A-side, B-side. Kasi kung ako lang, pwede ko to gawing A-side. Pero ang tanong, gusto ba ng lahat? Yan yung natin eh. Ang tanong, gusto ba ng management ipaano yan? This is, well, ako definitely for the seven singles na inano na natin, definitely kailangan natin ng say dyan. Pero itong single na to is one of the toughest na I have to make. Ako gusto ko to gawing A-side. Pero with hesitation ako dito kasi for sure magkakaroon ng backlash ito from there will be some comments that we will anticipate if it will be an A-side. The thing about 48G is that absolutely ang love ban isa yan sa mga topics na iniiwasan natin. Isa yan sa mga topics na ang hirap pag-usapan, lalo na kung wala ka sa circle nila. Pero, the thing is, parang P-pop lang din yan eh. 50% of pwede nila iparinig sa initial audience. So parang teatro muna to. Parang ang lumalabas dyan, A-side, pero parang lang siya, ipaparelease muna sa theater. Kung magkakaroon ng theater shows ulit ang MNL. Oo. Which is something na sana ma-experience din naman ng mga hindi pa nakaka-experience. So yun yung sa akin. Soft launch. Hindi siya pwedeng gawing hindi siya pwedeng gawing released. Okay, let me tell you a little, well, I wish I can tell something about what's going on in the P-pop world because hindi yan yung ko. Pero from a friend, I'll tell you this something from a perspective of a friend or who's someone in the industry. 50% is true of everything that you see in the P-pop world or everything that you see in the industry. Sinasabi ko ba na it apply to ML48? I don't know kasi hindi niya circle yon. Pero ang masasabi ko lang, it is possible. So yung mga bagay na nalalaman natin sa social media, that could be 50% true. Yan yung sa akin. So just to simply sum it up, this is a risky release na pwede nilang gawin. Kung magiging A-side siya, although I agree with Kuya Joe, soft launch muna siya with selected audience muna. Pero kailangan pa ma-filter yung audience na yun. The audiences should be people na kayang umintindi or marunong umintindi ng mensahe nang hindi nagkakaroon ng misinterpretation. Kasi magiging controversial na release to, if ever. Yun lang.
Ayun, so thank you very much, Nate. Yung soft launch na sinasabi natin, actually, technically, yung ginawa ni Jem sa Kizuna Project, it's actually a soft launch kung tutusin eh. Kasi parang hindi tinapos ni Jem yung yung song. Kumbaga parang hindi siya napunta ng bridge hanggang sa ending ng song. So, ayun, with that being said, sabi dito ni Kuya Joe, yung kanta, it's like giving us a glimpse, like she's saying, paano kung hindi ako isang idol, something like that. And that's actually that's exactly what the song is all about. I know na translate na siya sa Filipino through Kizuna Project, and siguro tama nga kayo, it really is sabihin na nating kailangan maging careful dito ang new management kung plano nila talagang gagawin na i-release yung full version nito. So yung sabi ni Sir Rob, ang mahiwagang mensahe. Anyway, how about Neo Kuroshi? What are your thoughts about this song?
This will be one of the single na medyo very dilemma. Hindi naman sa pakinggan, masarap naman, masaya naman pakinggan yun. Pero yung, when it comes to release, medyo dilemmatic na yan. Then, di natin sigurado kung kaya ba, kung saya ba. Tama si Eric, medyo risky talaga din. Pero as far as it goes, syempre, we are in this community, except di pa naman, wala naman tayo sa P-pop, but being a fan, but doon mismo sa mundo ng community mismo, talagang very, very strict tayo doon. Golden rule na yan, love ban. Of course. Of course, sorry sa voice ko. But of course, risky na yun. At some point, syempre, not just MNL, but also other P-pop community or P-pop group. Syempre, hindi natin sigurado kung ano ba, we are ready to become speechless with one controversial to another controversial, or are we giving it negative vibes on it? Pero syempre, parang ano na yan eh, parang golden rule talaga yun, that's the point. Kasi mayroon akong kilalang isang member dati na isang P-pop group umalis. Dahil umalis siya because nalaman namin na meron siyang relationship. Yun pa lang, hindi ko nasasabihin pangalan, that's it. Pero alam ko na kung sino yun. Pero yun, pero as far it goes, throughout this world, syempre, we are limited. Alam ko, other groups, pwede naman tayo makapag-feature, pwede tayo makipag-selfie, pwede tayo makipag-autograph. Pero syempre, sa 40AG, yun lang. We are very strict about that. Syempre, for us, MN Loves, for us naman din na, syempre, we are still following the rules of its golden rule sa 40G world. Pero for others, pwede. Kung napansin mo naman din, syempre, ginawa ko na yan. At least I never risk about it. Pero syempre, ano pa rin talaga, yung discipline mo, being a fan, dapat iyan mo din. I-embrace mo talaga. And with this single, syempre, actually ako din, napakinggan ko yung ano ni Jem. Maganda siya. Kaso, for me, A, B side, hindi ko alam kung ano sasabihin ko. Talagang, medyo ano talaga ako. Parang, hindi ko masabi sa ngayon, kung pwede siya for coupling song. Pero for coupling siya, pwede siya. Pero for A side, B side, yeet, no yeet, maybe yeet. For me, pero at least, may maganda yung song. As a whole, maganda yung song niya talaga. The lyrics, the context of that song, it's very difficult to release it further. Kasi mabilis tapos biglang sasabihin ng tao, yung ibang fans, oh, ano yun ibig sabihin? Ano yun? Parang iniisip ba talaga ng member na kung walang love rule, ay walang ganong love ban, talaga pwede sila makipag-relationship, diba? Yun, doon pala papasok yung medyo dilemma. Na, yung risky talaga na decision on that certain point ng pagiging member mo sa isang P-pop group, doon talaga papasok na this will be a difficult moment. This will be a difficult spot for your own. This is your career. Hindi basta ginagawa lang for the people, but this is for your own good. So yun. Yun lang naman.
Yeah, medyo mahirap yung conversation regarding the message of the song. Pero ayun nga, sabi nga ni Kuya Joe, kung ready na ba yung audience sa conversation na ito, well, tignan natin. Although masasabi ko yung dance cover ni Jem was considered as a sabihin na nating soft launch or a free trial before purchasing the full version, ika nga. Pero ayun. So let's have Sir Rob's thoughts about this song.
Okay, yeah. So regarding the love band topic, I don't think that isn't going away anytime soon. You'll always be there. And for AKB48, they make songs about love, about falling in love, fantasizing about love. I mean, you can't blame some members feeling that way. You know, they like to experience that too. So some members go, break the rules, so to say. But yeah. So this song, moving from the topic now, going back to the song. So yeah, since we already have a Tagalog version of it, I mean, might as well make it part of a single. Yeah, and just to add to it, I think this song is perfect for former members if they're able to, like, there's talk about gathering former members together to do a concert. This could be the song for them on the stage. Uh, since I mean, technically they're not idols anymore; they're just performing, and so that song would be okay, controversial or not. Okay, yeah. So I think this should be a B-side song if it ever goes on a single. Yeah, and really, I have no problem with the song, or it's what I call it, forbidden topic, or something like that. Yeah, because it's always going to be there. Yeah, because as I mentioned, a lot of songs carry that almost like fantasy of love that everyone seems to want. Yeah, and it's a type of songs they like to listen to. Okay. Yeah, so I'll end it there. Baka ano pa masabi ko.
And since ganun yung tono nung ano nung 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 ating song review, you know what? Actually, Kuya Joe requested this. Let's end this 40G song review with a bonus track. And there are possibilities na baka maging single talaga to ni MNL or something, but we don't know. Anyway, here is Tsugi no Season by AKB48.
あといくつの夢を見ようか次の時代になる者たち悔いのないように汗流そうぜあといくつの夢を見ようか熱い想いこの胸に秘め輝く季節をみんなで駆け抜けよう
So that's Sugi no Season by AKB48. So I mean, we have to end this live stream on a positive note. So with that being said, Sir Rob, ay nakikita ko kayo na kumakanta rin kayo to the tune of this song. So what are your thoughts about this song?
Yeah, so this song, Sugino Season, it's one of my favorites actually. I really like the feel of it, the beat, the sound of this song, and I've actually done uh, a reaction to the MV to the AKB48 version and the JKT48 version. There's actually also a BNK48 version. I'm not sure if I reacted to that. I'm actually was looking it up, but my laptop is having a problem right now. But anyway, um, if you've seen the MVs, the AKB48 season, they do some sort of challenges. Same thing with the BNK48 version. I've seen that MV as well. They do challenges, almost like athletic challenges, or what do you call this? Their skills or something that see if they can do it. Like I guess example is um, they throw a bottle from far away, see if they could uh, shoot in the trash can, something like that. So yeah, so they should they show how many times they do it before they actually succeed. So yeah, so that's what the AKB48 version did, as well as the BNK48 version. Yeah, a lot of challenges, sport athletic challenges like that. JKT48 version was different, though it's sports related. It's about golf. Yeah, they're doing golf, and I like all the versions that they came out of Sugino season. Yeah, and I'd really like to see Emerald 48 do something like that, just to say, just I mean, just to see that our idols, our Filipino idols, are very skillful. I mean, not just at dancing, not just at singing, but these type of challenges. Like a bow and arrow, something like that. Yeah. So yeah, I would like to see this song as an A side, most definitely, because it is a very upbeat song, a very inspirational song to me. Yeah. So yeah. So check out my reactions to those MVs on my channel, Knock Robster. Okay.
Ayun, free plugs na rin natin. So, ayun, guys, if you would like, you may subscribe to Sir Rob's YouTube channel. It's Lock Robster, tama po, no?
That's
So,
right.
ayun, so since na-mention yung, yung BNK48 version, nung napanood ko yung music video, at the end, may pinakitang logo ng 2018 Asian Games. So, nung ginugol translate ko yung message, ang sabi niya, roughly translated, is para siyang let's support our Thai athletes to the 2018 Asian Games at that time. Kasi yung Asian Games ng 2018 was held in Jakarta, Indonesia. Jakarta and Palembang in Indonesia. So, ayun, para siyang support song para sa mga Thai athletes. So, kung gawin man to ng ML48, maybe pwede nilang gawin tong support song sa mga atleta ng Pilipinas, no? Anyway, babalik ulit si Kuya Joe. So, the reason kung bakit niya to sinuggest na i-play or include sa ating 40G song review is that it symbolizes ML48's new era. Kasi parang ang rough translation nung title ng Suino Season is the next season, kumbaga. So, enough of me talking. So, Nate, what are your thoughts about Sugino Season?
Well, A-side talaga. I have no questions about it at this point. Although, if I will look at the theme, kung titingnan ko kasi yung pinaka-theme ng kanta, para siyang saying goodbye to another chapter. Ganon. Yeah, definitely new season. Saying goodbye to a new chapter. So, I think it could be an emotional song for them, lalo na kung ang magiging content ng MV nito is reminiscing memories of all of the members from 2018 to 2024. Parang ganon. Parang kung ipapakita lahat ng mga moments with all of the former members na, alam mo yun, in good terms nung umalis. Parang siyang ganon. It does remind me of a mini documentary ng 10 taon na Sakura. Parang ganon yung magiging concept. Parang siyang ganon. But it's hoping it's a more official release. Yung may ganon. Mockumentary.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Nate. So, Neo, what are your thoughts about Sugino Season?
It's a great song naman din. Although, B-side din sa akin. Even, then, parang I feel a little bit, gusto ko ng konting catchy pa sa mismong pero it's a great song naman din. Although, parang, it's an interesting part na yung mismong single na it's great. And a decent song to see. Pero syempre, for me, kung MNL yan, okay. Pero it's a B-side for me. So, yun.
Oh, okay. So, B-side sa'yo. So, since siya yung nag-suggest nito, Kuya Joe, if makakapagsalita kayo on mic, you may wanna elaborate your thoughts on this song.
There. Okay, dinig na ba ako?
Yeah.
Yun, loud and clear, Kuya. Thank you very much.
Makatuloy tayo ako.
Yeah, okay. Sorry. Okay, so here's the thing. I think what my thoughts on the song is that it absolutely symbolizes and encapsulates ML48's rebirth, ML48's new era. And yun din yung reason ba't ko siya just because I saw somewhere there have been rumors na yun daw ang ipe-perform nila this coming April. I don't know if I could call it a prediction or a spoiler, but we can take it really useful. Pero in terms of the theme of the song, it is very likely na yun ay nagsisymbolize ng rebirth ni ML48. If that would indeed materialize, pagdating ng April, we'll see. Let's see when we get there. Yun na lang. But I'm really optimistic about the song, and if ever madapan siya ni ML48, for this new year. Whichever. I'm really optimistic for the sake for the song.
All right, thank you very much, Kuya Joe. And yeah, that's it. That's the end of our Forte G song review. So, kung nakikinig man po yung bagong ML48 management, I hope that you would consider these suggestions and you would if you would like to review these songs, then pwede niyo po siyang pakinggan by yourselves and pag-isipan niyo po kung alin po rito yung pwede niyo pong may consider as next singles ng MNL48. Mapa main single man ito or coupling song, and we hope that we have lend you a helping hand in selecting songs. So with that being said, any plugs from our NF Tropas?
I might going to Pampanga on Sunday. Pag-isipan ko, but I'll update it na. This will be the Pipa Fan Fest.
Teka, ano ba yung...
Pipa Fan Fest.
Ah,
But
Pipa.
this time, this will
Yes.
be all-girl group. Of course, just as we have said, the lineup will be Hanika, Divine, Yuli Group 1111, Pixie, and then Kalista. So, 5 girl group, all girl group since March is International Women's Month. So, this will be a perfect time since Hanika, Pixie, and Divine, nakita ko na sila for a couple of times. But 1111 and of course Kalista. Dahil Kalista is one of the breakout rising P-pop group of this generation so far. Malamang baka dumugin yun because of Kalista. Since they recently released their single, Alas 12, which is kailangan ko din sila kapakinggan lalo to catch up. And of course, good luck to Kuya Nate Defy. Dahil sinabayan talaga na March 9 din since Makati. So, sorry Kuya Nate. Hindi ka
Okay lang
makapunta.
yan. Makati yun eh. Magigets kita, Makati yun eh. Ayan, so
Makati.
sa akin, ulitin natin, mambubudol ulit ako SM Makati, sa mga ano natin dyan, sa mga kaya naman, yung accessible naman ng Makati, is, ang kasama naman nila doon, let me try to find them out one by one. Kasi ang dami nun eh. Okay? And I think, I hope this is a perfect time din para mapag-usapan din natin ang ilan sa mga pre-debut groups na hindi natin nasama sa P-pop draft for some reason because of the criteria. Then we can also include some people din na hindi nakapag, ano ba tawag dito? Na hindi natin hindi natin overall nasama sa P-pop draft. So, kung yung dun sa SM Pampanga, that's also by the same production, para aware kayo.
Sidus din.
It's also Sidus Productions.
Oh, yeah.
So, na-mention dyan na magkakaroon sila ng Women's Month special, kaya nakikita ninyo, puro girl group yung mga na-feature.
Oh, nandun
Dito
ako.
naman,
Baka nandun ako.
yeah. So, dito naman on March 9, yeah, we will have our People Fan Fest also at Cyberzone. So, nandun ako. Ang kasama namin doon are Gemini, Sweet Label, Yugto, the new Trainee AE, sa di nakakaalam, Trainee AE, Laloons, Raha, Marilag, Glitzy, and of course, Defy. Yan, kung makikita ninyo, most of them are, hindi ako. Ako si Nanay Gio.
Si Neo kasi sabi niya nandun daw siya eh.
Ako si Nanay Gio. Ayun.
Baka
So,
baka yung P-pop group na Neo.
Oh.
Ay wala, nandun last week si Neo.
Ako
Nandun last
kasali
week.
si Neo sa girl group eh. Sabi niya kasi nandun daw siya.
Nandun ako, backstage.
Ando daw siya as an audience member.
To support my
Ah,
girls,
ganun.
Isla of course, dahil yung Isla, back-to-back sila last weekends, Pulilan, and then Geek Pop. Alam ko wala kayo ng Geek Pop noon eh. Ako din. Same
Ay,
with Mr.
wala ako noon, di ako
Oh,
makapunta.
yeah.
Nasa ano ako,
Oh,
nasa
Nate, may tanong pala ako. Nate, sa'yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, yung Defy, di ba? Ba't may semicolon sa gitna ng word Defy? Parang talibasa ka
Yun.
na may Defy.
Actually, nilagay nila yan kung bakit may ganun eh. Okay.
Oo.
I think, wow. Semicolon, okay, babasahin ko yung nilagay nila dito ah. Sila gumawa nito ah. The
Okay.
style, pang style lang. De, joke lang.
Hmm.
Oh.
Defy is yung hango to sa kanta ng ng G22 talaga. Pero ewan ko sa kanila. Okay, Defy means to challenge or do something considered impossible. I really hope na magkaroon tayo ng episode kung saan pwede natin mapag-usapan isa-isa yung mga upcoming P-pop groups na mention namin. and maybe other groups that we haven't mentioned yet. Hopefully, mahadal natin yan. And we can create a list out of it. From boy
Actually,
groups.
11-11 din actually, naka-semicolon. If you see.
11-11
din sila.
is actually... Well,
Oh.
11-11 is the former Bebop idols. Kaya kahit
Yes.
paano kilala ko na sa mga to. Ayun. The semicolon represents the idea that a person could have ended their story but chose to keep going. Yeah. So parang sinasabi nito, yung mga story kasi nila, well, I hope I can expand it. Pero in a future episode. Tuldok ko it, yes. These girls kasi, they started from different groups. Para lang aware kayo, most of the girls na hinawakan namin, they were all from different indie groups. Yung dalawa nga doon, hawak namin ng isang ML Love na for some reason, ayun, hindi naging kurupi siya. Anyways, by blending the power of the word defy and the symbol of the semicolon, it can represent the Mayari trainees, which are sila yun dati. Individuals who continue to strive towards their dreams despite the battles they face within themselves and against the world. They persist in growing to the individuals they are today. Their journey is one of resilience, courage, and unwavering commitment to their vision. So yun yung nilagay nila, ha? Pero syempre, well, the thing is, sila naman kasi, they were the ones who founded the group. Now, sa mga familiar, hindi masyadong familiar sa atin ang mga makakasama except sa amin. So once again, Gemini, hopefully mapag-usapan natin sila. Gemini, Sweet Label, Yugto, Rainy AE, Laloons, Raha, Marilag, Glitzy, and Defy. So sila yung makakasama namin on March 9 at SMCT Makati. And admission is free. So no worries about it. I think it will be in the same venue kung saan kami last month. So we're looking forward din na makita din ng mga P-pop stands na nandito sa community na ito. And currently, well, hanggang dun muna yung pwede nating maipagmalaki. Once again, kung magkakaroon tayo ng, yun, hopefully anytime this soon, we can talk about the pre-debut groups.
Saidos, baka naman, SM Baliwag. Actually, I did contact them through their email, pero wala pang reply.
Saidos, pahinga kami ng, ganito kasi yan. I-expose ko na ha. ML48, baka naman pwede nyo ito i-consider kasi unang-una, paki-record to ha, ML48, you might want to consider this. Yes, hindi, ito yes, you're not paid here. But, this is like an opportunity for you para maibalik yung dating pangalan ng ML48. This is your chance. This is your big chance. You might want to consider P-pop Fan Fest. I know this is not a big production team. Hindi siya talaga malaki at all.
P-pop con, not.
Hopefully, isang malaking starter ito para makabalik kayo paunti-unti sa P-pop scene. Kasi the thing is, you can't start with an event na biglang pa ganun. Kasi di nga tayo sure kung meron pa bang fans. I'm sure meron pa yan. Kaya nga tayo nandito eh. Pero the thing is, we can start with the future collaborations muna. Kaya nakikita niyo halos mga collaboration yung mga nakikita niyo kung saan kami part. Hopefully, yes, we will still adhere to the 4th AGIT. Alam ko yun. Alam namin yun. Pero we're also hoping din na maging open din ang ML48 sa future collaborations with, let's say, with other P-pop groups. Yun naman siguro talaga yung intention natin, di ba? To make it rise. For P-pop to rise. And para sa lahat ay, sige, Sir Rob. Ayun lang. Now,
thank you very much, Sir Rob.
Thank you so much, Sir Rob. With that being said, I will wrap this up. And syempre, i-huddle natin to. Mag-huddle tayo about these pre-debut P-pop groups na pwede natin mapag-usapan. As for MNL, ayun nga, you might want to consider this one. You might want to consider Filipino Taco Festival. I don't know kung pwede pa, pero may registration form sila doon. You might want to consider going there. I think it's still open. You might want to consider. Paid yun. I don't know kung paid yun, pero it's like an opportunity for them. Although, I know, hindi ito agad-agad. Gets naman natin yun. It took them more than 6 months bago sila magka-event. July, August, September. 5 months bago sila nagka-event. And that's like a way for them. Ngayon, ang ML48, mas matagal na kayong nakapaghintay. More than years. Ang dami na naghihintay na ML Love sa inyo. Now, the new management, do whatever you have to do para mabuhay muli ang ML Labs. Para mabuhay muli ang fandom ng ML Labs. From the perspective of, well,
So,
yun lang ang sa akin. That's all.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
syempre,
thank you very much, Nate, for that
don't forget,
impassioned speech. I think we should not miss Ardol's comment here. I think he's referring to Sugino Season by AKB48. So, ang sabi niya rito, pwede itong ikumpara sa Kabataang Pinoy, yung theme song ng PBB Teens. So, ayun.
Si Dusa, make a wish,
okay.
not break a wish.
Tama,
Okay.
tama. We hope that and with that being said, we hope na nakatulong kami sa consideration ng future singles ng MNL48 since it's going to enter into a new era with the new management coming in.
Yes.
And that's about it. Thank you very much sa ating mga
Or else we
NF
will take your
tropas
soul.
na narito.
uy, parang ganun.
Uy, wag naman ganun.
Final boss na talaga.
Yung
Anyway.
final
Anyway, salamat po sa lahat ng mga NL Tropas na nakasama natin for tonight. Unang-una, salamat kay Lock Robster na of course he needs to go because he has an errand. And salamat din kay Kuya Joe, salamat kay Ardol, salamat kay Neo, salamat of course sa ating OTC Nate or OTC/Wiseman, sabihin na natin. And sa lahat ng mga nasa chat box ng ating live stream rather. And we hope to see each and every one of you sa aming mga susunod na live stream. We don't know kung kailan yon. So we hope na makita namin kayo very very soon. So with that being said, this is EDJ Badeliano signing off, and we are NFT48, honoring those who were, by supporting those who still are. Magandang gabi po, and we hope that you're going to have a great night ahead. So good night po sa ating lahat.
Good day, everyone. See you all.